Hello and welcome back to another episode here at Scriptcase by Jamie. And today I wanted to dive into something that maybe I have not given as much respect to as it deserves over the years of creating all of these Scriptcase videos. So let's check it out, the Database Builder. Okay, so the database builder, well, it allows us to manage as well as build our database. We can edit, we can add tables, we can remove tables, we can make all of those changes that we would typically make within phpMyAdmin. Just about. Okay, and that is also one of the reasons why I have not given it really as much justification or presence, should I say, within many of the Scriptcase videos, because I've just been so stuck on phpMyAdmin. And well, why? I really don't know. So let's find out what I've been missing for all of these years, because yes, I know I've used it on and off, but really you can do everything in here. I don't know why I have bothered switching to phpMyAdmin all the time, because the database builder is in fact just about complete. It has all of those features that you need to manage your database. Now I have of course been using it, but I never really gave it the promotion, should I say, that it deserves in all of those Scriptcase videos that I've created over the years. And I think it's kind of important for me to really also highlight some of those mistakes or misgivings that I've also had within many of those videos, because I think it's important. I've learned from them, and of course I'd like to share those learnings with you. Why not, right? So the database builder is all about building and managing your database for your Scriptcase project. It has all the features you need. You have SQL command, you can import, you can export, you can create new tables. You can alter the database, make adjustments in where the rows are, you can change the values, you can add your defaults. You can do everything that you need to do to modify, adjust, manage, as well as, of course, build your database. Okay, you have your database schema here, as well as privileges. Now, with your table then displayed, you have all of your tables, you have the engine. Now, ideally, you want to have the same engine throughout. Now, in this case, it's a bit of a mishmash, which isn't very nice, but it happens in many cases. It's not such a big deal, but for optimization, if you have a lot of data, you do not want a mess like this. Okay, you have then also your coalition. Again, the same applies. Ideally, they are all the same. Now, in my case, I have this samples table and I've just imported from other samples tables so that I have some data to work with. And that is why it is in this mess. Now, ideally, when you start to create your database, you have your engine defined, you have the coalition defined. They will all be the same throughout the project, as long as you create them within the same application and with the same means. Now, with each table, we have the data length, the index length, the data free, as well as the auto increment, the rows, and the comment. So if you're not sure what any of these are, you have their little question mark. You can click that and it will take you to a nice MySQL page here and give you all the information you need on any of these data points. Okay, so you can check that there and, of course, not waste the time on this video. Okay, so they are all there, and at the bottom of your tables you have various selected options. So once I have made selections within these tables, so if I select some of these tables, these buttons then all become available. See, they're not grey no more, they're nice and blue. And with that, I can then go ahead and analyze the table. I can optimize the table. I can check the tables. I can repair them, truncate them, i.e. empty them, drop the tables entirely. I can move them. I can copy them. I can overwrite them, meaning moving and copying and overwriting other databases. I have all the databases here. That's really cool, right? So it's a pretty awesome feature there that is built into the database builder. We have then below that the option to create a table, create a view, create a procedure, create a function, as well as the option to create an event. Okay, so if you're not sure what any of those are, again, the MySQL documentation will help you a great deal there. Otherwise, of course, well, you could listen to me. Maybe I can explain it as we continue on within the videos. Okay, so our routines. What is a routine? You may know what a routine is just from the routines that you have day to day, and that's pretty much exactly what it is. A lot of these terminologies used, well, you can apply them in many ways, and routines is the same. So creating a procedure within a routine, we are basically creating a set of tasks which can be performed in the back end, or on the database. With a function, when we create a function, we are receiving one value, not many where we would have a procedure, for instance. We have then also the option to create a view. Now, the view here allows us to bundle many of these tables or a few of these tables, whatever you like, with the data points that we have within there and display them as one table, so to say, right? So instead of then creating your applications, your grid views on your actual database table, you then create them on the view. And with that, the user doesn't actually have access to the original table, only to the view. Okay, so in those cases, you would then create your forms, your insert, update, delete forms, or whatever you're creating there on the actual tables, and then the grid views or views, or whatever you're creating there, you would actually then use the view data, protecting your data a little more. Now, with that, it also allows you to bundle that information up and display pretty much whatever you want to the end user. So these are powerful features and functionalities that we have available in here to create these procedures, functions, the views. Now the events are, as you would imagine, they are events. They are events that we can then define and say, well, at this point in time, we want X to happen. So we would give it a name, a start and end date. We say it happens every year, every month. It's enabled, it's not enabled. We give it a comment and then we say what we want to do for that event. That could be updating tables, that could be making modifications to data, maybe even dropping or truncating some of that information depending on the usage of those tables. Now, in each of these options that we have available here, they are super powerful. Now, of course, you will want to know some MySQL here, or maybe at least just use GPT if you're not sure, and at the same time it will help you speed things up because GPT created like that, right? But then knowing what you're actually doing will help you a great deal in solving those issues that you are going to come across, because GPT ain't perfect. Okay, so you can use these tools here. They are available to you and they are very, very powerful. Now, when it comes to each of the tables, we can access the tables and view the data here, well, view the structure, should I say, as well as the data. We can, of course, alter the table and make adjustments here. So here I can then say, well, I want to move the owner up, or I want to move it down. Whatever I want to do, maybe I want to reposition the data, maybe I need to change the type of that data point, or increase the length of that field, or should I say data storage. Okay, so we have all of those options there, as well as the options available here within the builder. You can set it as a null value, and you can also set the auto increasing. Auto increments available down here, default values, as well as comments for the table. And at the top here, we can even choose the engine that we are using. So we could flip through all of our tables there and make sure that they are all using the same table as well as the same coalition. Maybe at some point I will do that. But for now, there's really no need. I'm just showing you guys how to use this. Okay, so with that, you can very easily come in here, add a new value for your client. Say for instance your client, you want to add in here the client photo. So now say client photo. I can add that in there, and well, I don't want it after active. I actually want to reposition that a little bit. So I'm going to move that up here, and then just like that, I have a new field in there available for that application. Now I do need to change the type for that field, and in this case being a photo, I would think that either a varchar 250 as a file would possibly be the best option, or maybe even the blob and just store the photo of the end user within the database. Those are all options, and of course don't forget that you have then the null value that you can then apply if it is required, as well as the auto increment if acquired, or if required for that field. Now once you're ready, you just go ahead and click save, and it will save that table for you. And just like that, I have added this new field or this new value into my database table. And then with that, I can go into my Scriptcase application, synchronize with my database, and add or update, should I say, the field within the form or grid application. Now if it is in a grid, there is no synchronization, so in those cases I would have to manually add that into the SQL select or regenerate the grid again. But why do that? Just go and edit the grid. Okay, so with that, you can see it's very easy to actually manage your data here. You can select it, you can alter the table. It's all fully functional, and it is very easy to use. We can edit the data in here as well, and really manage every aspect of your database. You don't need to use phpMyAdmin or any other software to add or manage your data, to manage your tables, to create that database. Whatever it is, you can do it all in the database builder. And if you didn't know how powerful Scriptcase really is, well, this should give you some idea, because Scriptcase is just so packed with features. Okay, and we can add some commands in here. So I did prepare a couple commands. So let's just go select star from all clients where active equals 1. We can execute that. And then just like that, we have then our values displayed in here, and it does everything for us. You do not need to use any other software but Scriptcase. When you develop your platforms, you have your database builder, and it supports all of the various databases that are supported by Scriptcase. So it may say SQL command here, but later on a different database, maybe there is no SQL command. It will be Firebase command or something along those lines. I don't know entirely. You would have to know by using those specific databases, and some of them, yeah, I'm never going to use them. And well, maybe never say never, right? So anyway, that is the database builder for you. And I should highlight at the top here, you can change the database that you are viewing. So I could jump to a completely different database that I have available here, and then go and manage that specific database. So as you see, the database builder is pretty much complete. It provides you with all of the features that you need to manage that database. You can alter the indexes here, you can add triggers, add your events, create your views, add your data, and much more. And then from there, off you go. Create your platform in Scriptcase. I hope you liked this video, so thank you very much for watching, and until the next one.